And good morning, everybody. It is Wonderful Wednesday with Nigel Edwards, another Brit that I had to meet in America. It was actually HypnoThoughts Live again. And so it's wonderful. Nigel, you have something new and exciting coming out. Do you know what? Please tell us, share with us. What is it?
Right. Okay. Thank you. Very pleased to be here with you. And what I've created, I've called it innerstatestherapy.com. So it's an app that runs on various platforms, desktop or mobile phones or iPads. But we're all familiar with parts therapy and ego states, inner states. And a lot of people have used these sort of images on cards before, interactive cards, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And what I always thought was it would be great to be able to use those kind of things to prompt ego state therapy assistance with something online. So I got to work on creating this app. It has images that represent different ego states that people have. And the app allows you to swipe things from to the right if it resonates with you or to the left if it doesn't.
Okay.
A little collection at the end of these images that have resonated with you. And then you can group them, negative inner states, positive ones. Then you get perhaps conflicting pairs or supportive pairs of inner states. And then there's more for therapeutic focus. So it allows you to organize your client, because this is usually aimed more for therapists to work with their clients or people on their own journey.
So Nigel, I just want to clarify, because you say some big words there. If you're not a therapist or a hypnotherapist or NLPer, that they wouldn't understand what those ego states are necessarily. So if somebody is and even a newbie, okay, in our field. So can you clarify what you mean by those big words, by those ego states and things? So I think that would be really helpful for people.
Yes. So we're all made of different parts, and we can call them a part, an inner state, an ego state, subpersonality, a head that we wear for work or for home life. Now, we can have different parts of us, like an inner critic, or we can have this confident warrior inside, or a confident presenter, or we can have an imposter monster. So we have these different voices in our head that are these either very supportive voices in our head or negative ones, just like the inner critic that tells us we're no good or whatever. So we can bring these voices into life in this imagery. And I've built this through a lot of my own clients' experiences. People say, for instance, I feel like there's a brick wall in front of me, and it's me, but it's a brick wall. So I created an image that kind of represented what people have described to me over a period of time. And on my own journey as well, I've added to it from my own experience. So yeah, it helps to bring to life those feelings, those inner states of mind, in a way that we can now get to know them, and then have the therapy to help understand what's behind it, and to bring about some positive change.
So what I'm hearing is that when people are more self-aware of that, say, part, and so let's say we've got some good ones at the moment. So like, say the bunny might be my inner play. That's a good one, because we have good ones as well. And like you said, there's the calming one, there's the nurturing one, there's all sorts of creative parts as well as unfortunately, it's like a Jiminy Cricket. I say that one that says, "What are you doing? You should be doing this. You should be able to cope. You should all those shouldings."
Yes.
So you're actually, are you? So tell me if I'm right. Are you like, because I've seen the cards and I've played with them. Are you saying you're like personifying them then?
Yes, that's a good way of describing it. Yeah. So these inner voices or inner states can come to life in a way that an image that is shown in the app might resonate with you, it might be something like what I've been experiencing.
Right.
So you can then resonate with what are the good points that you're experiencing, and the negative feelings that are sticking you in life, limiting your beliefs or preventing you from doing things. So it allows that our therapy interaction with a client to bring about, where do we want to focus on change? It can prompt more questions.
Okay, okay, because sometimes you're right. Sometimes people, they get stuck and they're not sure what to say or how to say it, and they just get stuck with that. And what you're saying is that that moves them on a little bit quicker.
Mhm. Yes, that's it. Yeah. So you can group them in their representative groups, or create a brand new group if you want to for something else that comes to mind. It's very much an adaptable kind of medium to use things, and you can export this at the end and keep notes on it about how to use it in the future. I deliberately didn't give them names for the fact that there are some in there that could be interpreted in a negative way or a positive way. So it's up to the user to say, yeah, that resonates me, and I feel that that one is called maybe the perfectionist. And that same image of somebody with a magnifying glass could be positive attention to detail. So it could be a negative or a positive, depending on how you're perceiving it.
I agree, because it's very important for us to get curious, and what does that mean to you?
Yes. Yeah.
Because I had that today actually, just with a youngster in my with my bunny talk, and she was playing with the animals, and I said, "Who represents who?" And she had herself as a snake. And I
Yeah.
said, now, to me, that would mean, ooh, ooh. And the mother was there as well. And she was like, oh, you chose a snake. And I said, what does that mean to you? And she said, oh, calm. I'm calm and relaxed. And I
Yes.
went, okay.
Yes. Yeah.
You see? So,
Yeah.
and then she gave everybody a spider as well. And like, to me, that would be like, well, that's not very nice. But oh no, we have the spiders to go and get the person that hurt her. So it was
Yes.
like, it's what they do. People play in their own heads. So I
Yeah.
love that, Nigel. I love that you also have left it open, because it's client centered always, isn't it?
Exactly. Yes.
Person to say what it is for them. I think that's brilliant. I love it.
Yes. Thank you. There'll be further enhancements as we go through. I'm currently working on an AI add-on to this
Okay.
next
Wow.
phase. So anybody that comes on at the beginning with anything will automatically get these updates. So that will help to ask the right kind of questions. It's sort of a bridge between the client and the therapist to guide them a little bit further with some helpful questions. That's coming up next.
Oh, I love it, because actually it's also what it is. It's a bit of like a, although we don't diagnose, I don't diagnose, but for the client, it's a bit of a, if they can't quite find what's going on, it's a bit of a diagnostic for them to make for themselves as they become more aware, self-aware.
That's it. Yeah, it's all about prompting to get the right questions, to get the right discussion going, a basis, a platform for this therapy to take place.
Wow. I think that's great. It's very exciting. How long did it take you to do?
I started thinking about it about a year ago and started creating the images. And then every client session I had where I was working with these parts therapy areas, I was taking note of what was it that came up. And I've got there's over 100 images in the bigger version of it.
Yeah.
There's a full version which is just got I think it's about 16 images that give somebody a basic level to play with, to experience it, and that's free forever. But obviously, I'm encouraging people to use the one with all the functionality in it.
Well, of course, of course. I mean, this takes a long time to make an app and do something like that.
Yes,
and,
indeed. Yeah.
What a fabulous tool for as you say, it's not just for hypnotists, it's for NLP, because parts work is NLP,
Indeed. Yes.
programming, and then for therapists, counselors and people who work with the general public with their mental health in general.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, opens the field up to some people that want to take their own journey as well. We can get more people to understand a bit more about what parts therapy is, and hopefully they'll always use a good therapist to help them to find the answers and the way through. But it just opens the whole thing up so more people can be aware of what this subject is about. There's so many people just don't know that this inner critic that they have in their head, or the imposter monster that they have, they shouldn't be stuck with it.
Yeah, yeah. There's no need, is there? There's no need to have that still there. We can let it go, and so so it is for normal people living with normal everyday issues. It's not necessarily for people who are schizophrenic and who might have multiple personality disorders.
Yeah.
I can only imagine that's who it's for. Am I right?
Yeah, that's it. For the normal range of people that have the the normal anxieties and limiting beliefs in life, that we can all live a better life and be nicer to each other if we understand ourselves a lot better.
Yeah, like you say, those ego states of our personality, because we all have them. It's and it's quite interesting which one is talking to you at any which time. I certainly know from my own experience, and I've been doing this for long enough now, that I have a nice part that comes in. So if I'm beating myself up about something, Nigel, I have a really nice other part that goes, shh, shh, shh.
That's good. That's lovely. Yes.
Be okay. And I go, oh, that's so nice. And it took me a while, because I was like thinking, whose voice is that? And I was like thinking, who is it? Which grandparent? Who's looking after me? Which angel? And I realized it was myself.
Yes. Yeah. We need to encourage that soothing, good, positive coaching, encouraging voice, those inside us to come out and say, it's okay, you can go for this. I've been on my own journey through this, thinking, I'm going to be promoting this, and this idea that I had in my head, scary at first. What am I going to do with it? I can't just sit on this and keep it to myself. I've got to do something with it. So it's a journey of discovery on every aspect of life.
Yeah, well, it would be very rude. It would be very rude of you, Nigel, to keep it to yourself.
Selfish, yes.
Fancy not sharing. So no, I love that, and how exciting, because we're always about create. As you know, I love creating. I create the bunny talk, so it's like it's about creating. What else can we do? I mean, we know we can pull from all these other things, but what else can we do with it? And that's what I've done. I mean, bunny talk it's an anchor. I think I've got a picture of you doing that with me from HypnoThoughts, and it's an anchor. I didn't create anchors. Yes. I didn't create shadow puppets, but it was just that it then led to something else. So it's like, what else can you do? What else? What's next?
Yeah. We've got to have our creativity and let it out there. Share it with the world with the confidence that this is interesting stuff to help people. So
yes, and we're all in it together to help people. So how does somebody find this, Nigel? You're going to give me the link, though, aren't you?
Yes, I'll put all the links in, but it's easy to remember, innerstatestherapy.com, and that allows you to create a login, and you can take it from there. Any platform that you want to try it on, it should work on everything.
Well, I will be, and I encourage everybody else, because it's like just more the more. We're all after that. It's like, how else can I help my client? How else can I get them from there to there? In a much I like to work effectively and efficiently. I like to work efficiently because I think people are more now.
Yes, yeah. Why wait for 3 months, 6 months, or a year to make some change in your life that's going to
years. Some people, I mean, seriously, they can be, we both know that they can be in certain therapies for years and years and years and still have the same issue. So it's
the change really happens just in a moment when you realize something. It's that
really can.
Yes.
Yeah, when you can just let it go, or it goes into the right place in the brain where it belongs.
Yeah.
And exactly. So exciting. So out of interest, are you free to go to HypnoThoughts this year? Will I see you there?
I am indeed. Yes, I wouldn't miss it. Yes.
Awesome. Great. So I will see you there. And so great. So we've got that in. Anything else? What's next what's next for you as well?
I've been producing a lot of stuff for my online store and the hypnotherapy business on one-to-one with clients. I thought it's nice to have a load of stuff that people can access that's easily accessible and affordable. So I'm developing my own app as well to allow people to get more and more of the content. So I've got this app and another one that will be more content. It's fun producing content and being creative, and if it's helping people at the same time, that's great. Love doing it.
Excellent. And I suppose it keeps you out of mischief as well.
It does, yes. Yeah. We all need that, don't we?
Be kept in line. There you go. So wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much for having me on here and talking with me about this.
Not a problem. Not a problem at all. And I'll catch up with you at HypnoThoughts, and we'll get that information in the links. And it's like, let's see what happens. It's so exciting. I just love it when there's something new. It's like, yay! So
Wonderful.
all right. Well, goodbye, Nigel, and thank you everybody for watching. And it's goodbye from me, Claudia Ricard, and it's goodbye from Nigel Edwards.
Thank you very much.
All right, so take care, everybody. Have a good day.